Hello everyone, no respawns here, hope you're doing well. So in this video I want to talk about the settlement feature in Fallout 4, funnily enough, considering the focus of the channel, but this is a bit more broader. I want to talk about exactly why it's very different to how I expected it to be, and how it's a little bit shallow. Now shallow is a very harsh word, and I'm not saying it's shallow bad, but it is, that's kind of where I've landed on with it, because it's the best word to use, in a sense of it's very beautiful, but at times has no depth. Now, let me phrase this by I love the settlement building function, right? As a thing. I like making settlements. It's fun to create things. I like to think I'm quite good at it, and I make some funky stuff. And I'm always doing it pretty much every day of my life for the last year. It's cool. However, it is undeniably shallow. And what I mean by that is that when they announced Fallout 4, and when they announced the settlement building function, I lost my shit. Oh my god, I just freaked out. I was so excited. It's the one thing I've wanted since pretty much definitely playing Fallout 3, but also when I played Fallout 2 and Fallout 1 as well a little bit before that. I'm not gonna lie and pretend I was one of those people who've been in Fallout for, decades. I hadn't. I played them like a year or 6 months, about the announcement period before Fallout 3 came out. Anyway, and I absolutely loved it. And when I played the game, I was like, this needs a settlement function. It'll be so cool. I want my own megaton, yeah. And then when they announced it in Fallout 4, I was like, my god, I lost my shit. I was so excited, annoyed the fuck into my colleagues at work, wouldn't shut the hell up about it. I was just, so excited. And it's awesome. It is awesome. I really like it. I like being able to create so many things. I like so many more options than I was expecting in terms of the number of settlements, especially with all the DLCs, just all of the things. The fact that I managed to, do 200 plus videos now building shit is a testament to how much you can do in the settlement building function. The fact that I've still got I've still got half my settlements to build up, and that's assuming if I don't decide, hey, let's start a second save and do raider settlements, which I might do, I don't know. Anyway, however, it is shallow, and that's the kind of thing, because it's all about the appearance, but there's no real depth to them. And that's something that not nagged me, but I was conscious of, and was always hoping would change, but never did. So what I mean by that is, while I was actually playing, back because I've played the game like 2 or 3 times, so I still play the game. I was playing the game today, in fact, earlier today, like just chest questing. I've been doing that with my main save, just kind of slowly doing a few quests every now and then. But there was a definite sense that it felt very separate from it. Like, it felt its own game within the game. Now, obviously, the reason for that, as they say, now some people say, oh, it's tacked on, but I was like, yes and no. They did say very clearly, and Tom Howard did say that he wanted the settlement building function to be completely optional, and players feel that they don't, have to do it to get the most out of the game, which I definitely respect. However, it is really noticeable when I started thinking about it in that way. Now, obviously, there's a broader issue that some people have with the settlement building. The fact is that it's taken up all of the main DLCs, and there's too much settlement building, yada, 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 yada. I love it, and I'm a selfish fuck, so I don't care. That's the best way I can word it, I'll be utterly honest. I enjoy it, so I don't really give a shit, though admittedly I would just love maybe 2 better storyline DLCs, just for more Fallout, rather than just necessarily less settlements. However, I feel like just the fact that it feels separate, it feels shallow, and that's where I was getting at. The settlement building for me feels like it's summing up Bethesda in a lot of ways. Bethesda undeniably make beautiful worlds, right? Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, the settings are insanely good. Fallout 3 compared to New Vegas, even though New Vegas definitely has much more world building elements, and once I really got into New Vegas, I absolutely love the world, the living world they've created in New Vegas. However, the actual setting for Fallout 3, I just love so much more. Okay, it's a bit, grimdark in a lot of ways, but it's just so much cooler. That's my personal preference. Compared to the Mojave, I like the Wasteland more. However, that's not including the DLCs, which those are awesome. However, yeah, it's like it's got no depth, and that's kind of, or not no depth, but less depth, and that's kind of how the settlement building feature almost feels to me. It's like it's Bethesda, which is beautiful, but could do with a bit more substance, you know? You know, for example, like, for me, I was expecting a lot less settlements, right? And that's arguably not a good thing, not a bad thing, but my idea is maybe, I kind of feel as if their choice to try and keep it completely separate from the main game, and obviously there are a couple of instances where you do have to, like, place down a generator and all that shit, but keep them as an optional thing, was a poor choice. Because it made it feel tacked on, and it made it feel like there was no attachment to my settlements. That's a big thing for me. With the exception of Sanctuary and the castle, and maybe the ones with named settlers, but I didn't, the fact I just don't want them to die. I mean, you've seen me when I'm playing games. I mentioned it before in my videos. I'm like, oh, I just don't go and bother and go and save them now. Oh, someone's been attacked. I can't be fucked. They can defend themselves. They're fine. What? Their water pump's gonna get destroyed. Who gives a shit? Who cares? Right? But that's the thing. I have no attachment. My whole vision for it was the fact is that, you would unlock it in a bit more of a quest similar to, Finch Farm quest is a fine quest, and that's actually a good level quest to unlock something as far as I'm concerned. But then I was expecting a bit more, like some merging of the main quest and side quests. Not much, not like make them exclusively, but, for example, say if I save someone, there's the option to send them back if I've been having a settlement. The idea being there are some side quests associated with your main settlement that you can do. The idea being, right, so look at the molecular relay that you make for the one where you teleport into the Institute, right? And that you build up this cool teleporter and these consoles and that shit, and then it gets blown up, and then you have these things around your settlement. I expected more stuff like that. So more quests where I have something where I have to build something, or I need something. We need to make this. We need to make this for the settlement. And so can you build it here right now? And then I'm 60 hours in the game, and I'm walking through Sanctuary, and I'm saying, oh yeah, that was the thing I built when I was level 6, and we needed it because it was relating to this, and very unique quest type. So you can't build them after it. You can only build one of them. And maybe they don't have much use post the quest, but they add this history to your settlement, right? And then beyond that as well, I thought maybe there would be more unique settlers. I mean, there are a few. There are obviously the legendary vendors. Actually, technically, I think all of them are actually legendary vendors. But some of them are bugged as well. The ones in Vault 81, which is piss annoying. And the only legendary vendor I could never get was the Doctor, because she was bad. But all the others are fine for me. So ignoring the fact they're bugged, which is a pain in the ass. But I expected more just settlers I could meet throughout the game, and I could go, oh, yeah, I've got this place. Why don't you come back here? Rather than just settler, I would have rather had it. So to get people to come to my settlement, I actually had to manually recruit them, and they had a history. For example, let's look at, is it the marina? What's it called? Whatever the fucking marina's called. I've just blanked on the marina. With that lady who thinks she's a synth on the inside. Egret Tor's marina, that's the one, right? Lady with the thing. Personally, I think there should be a quest happening there, and you can't build there. And instead, I could have brought her back to Sanctuary, and she could have started her new life within this new settlement with all the optimism of new founding, this kind of frontier settlement kind of vibe. And it would just add a bit more character, there'll be more history. When I get to the end of the game, I'll go back to my main settlement, and there'll be so much going on, not only in all this effort I've taken to make it look absolutely fucking baller, but also all these unique structures that I've built which related to a certain quest, and all of these settlers, not just Marcy and fucking June saying the same dialogue options over and over again, even though it's been literally months, and they're still moaning around. The game that makes me think about it a lot, it's like a lesser version, but it has more integration, is it's quite an old game, so those of your PC probably would have played it, is Neverwinter Nights 2. And you have this place called, it's a Crossbow Keep or Cross Arbor Keep or something like that. And it's this big castle that you unlock I think at the end of the Act 1. And basically it's intrinsically tied to the main quest. So the whole main quest effectively is you building up this castle for this eventual attack, right? But you get so many side quests, and you get to invest money into building up. Now, obviously, I don't feel as if the settlement should have that much engagement with the main quest, but kind of that ilk. I don't know. Personally, because I obviously like the settlement building as the offset, so I'm more disposed to wanting it to have more relation to the main quest and side quest. But also, when I was walking through Fallout 4, there's so many settlers I find wandering around, named people. I'm like, come and live with me. Come on. Don't wander off. Come back, you know, and it would be cool. There's so many people you meet in the game who you just kind of go, all right, well, later. And I'm like, no. You know, Brandis, who you find in the bunker at the top, say, no, fuck it. Don't leave the Brotherhood of Steel. Fine. Come live with us. It'll be grand. We need someone with combat experience to help defend us. And then these people could have skills. That's just my thoughts, I guess. It's a bit of a potential, a bit of a rambly one, but I like the settlement feature in Fallout 4 so much, but it is shallow. My hope is, and I know a lot of people don't want it in subsequent Fallout games and also subsequent Elder Scrolls games. I'm obviously completely opposed to that. I want them in there because I love it, and it undeniably works, even though it's arguable they've been focusing the DLCs too much towards the settlement function. I just wish they gave them a little bit more depth. Yeah, it's kind of almost so typically Bethesda to have something so cool but maybe lacking a little bit on the substance. I mean, let me know what you think. Do you like the settlement feature as it is? I'm guessing you're probably like me, where it's kind of a, I like it, but I would also like it to change. Do you think actually having more just interaction and merging it within the main quest is a good idea? Like me, my idea is I would happily sacrifice freaking 3/4 of the available settlements. So I've given me less settlement options if it meant that those settlements had a bit more history and a bit more character to them. Let me know what you think, because this has been something that's been nagging me, but like it just feels like it's like 80% how I want, but just so much like I kind of want more. I want to do this thing. And let me know what you thought. Anyway, as always, follow me on Twitter at norespawns. I have started streaming now officially. Like, it's all good. OBS completely just went over my head. I couldn't get it. Fucking rocket science, that shit. However, I've started using XSplit, which basically means I did a 6-hour stream of Don't Starve Shipwrecked yesterday. It was really cool. I kept it quite small. I didn't like put a link out on YouTube or anything. I was gonna, but until I'm 100% comfortable at the setup, I don't want to do that, because obviously we had lots of technical issues. But if those of you are interested, I'm going to be streaming kind of probably a bit more Don't Starve. I'm going to try and keep it more indie games, because more sandbox games, especially things that have less shit for me to read, basically, and less story, and a bit more, should we just say, sandbox elements, because I think it's a bit more stream friendly. Because I tried doing Skyrim and I just trying to read the quest and like talk to you guys is nightmarish. I want to talk to you. I want to, you know. I'm a Dover Khajiit, so I've got a Dover Kitty. I'm the Dragonborn Khajiit, so I've got to do my shit. Can't talk to you assholes. Anyway, so if you want to follow me on, see me on Twitch, you can either follow me on Twitter, and I'll put a link out when I'm about to stream. I usually do it about an hour before, or you can just follow me directly on Twitch. I believe you can set up notifications. It's just twitch.tv/no_respawns. There'll be a link in the description, but follow me there as well if you want to see on Twitch. It'll be really good fun. We'll have much banter, much chatting. I don't have a camera yet, but I will. Anyway, you guys enjoy your week. I'll talk to you lovely people soon. You take care.